in the Battle Creek City Commission meeting for November 27th, 2023. It is 5:30. We have a short meeting tonight, but we're going to stand and have a moment of silence, and then our Pledge of Allegiance. I'd like to ask Commissioner Chris Simmons to lead us in the pledge. Please stand. Commissioner Simmons?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Simmons. Next item on our agenda is roll call. Madam Clerk, when you're ready.
Commissioner Ballard.
Present.
Commissioner Lance.
Here.
Commissioner Morris. Absent. Commissioner O'Donnell.
Here.
Mayor Banky.
Here.
Commissioner Reynolds.
She is stuck in traffic.
Okay, currently absent. Commissioner Smith. Absent. Commissioner Simmons.
Here.
I thought the door locked.
And Vice Mayor Sophia.
Here.
Thank you.
Commissioner Smith is here.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
And Commissioner Smith.
Present.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
My apologies.
Next item on our agenda is Chair noting any added or deleted resolutions.
There were none.
Thank you. Next item on our agenda is public comment. If you wish to make public comment regarding the consent agenda and resolutions not on the consent agenda, please raise your hand and we will acknowledge you to come forward to the podium. You'll have 3 minutes to make your comments. Please state your name and address before beginning your comment and indicate which resolution you're speaking to. Is there anyone who would like to make public comments at this time? Is there anyone who would like to make public comment? Seeing none, we'll move on to our next item on the agenda, commission comment regarding meeting business.
Move to approve the consent agenda.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to approve the consent agenda. Are there any comments by the commission? Seeing none, would you please vote on the consent agenda? The consent agenda has been approved. Next item on our agenda is the adoption of Ordinance 301, a resolution to adopt Ordinance 18-2023. Madam Clerk, when you're ready.
This proposed development, now called Station Side Lofts, is proposed to take place at the former Dolliver Building site at 135 North Washington Avenue, near Fire Station 2. According to the developer, the approximate $15 million development will comprise up to 60 units and up to a 4-story elevator-served urban-style building. For their LIHTC application, the developer requests a pilot from the city, as this is an integral component to score well on the MSHA tax credit program. A pilot is essentially a tax exemption for a housing development, with the developer sponsor being responsible for making an annual payment as compensation for services provided to it, such as police and fire protection and other essential services. This resolution seeks to adopt Ordinance 18-2023 to amend Chapter 882, Real Estate Taxation, by adding Section 23, which will grant a payment in lieu of taxes, a pilot, to the housing development to be known as Station Side Lofts.
So moved.
Support.
So moved and supported to adopt Ordinance 18-2023. Are there any comments by the public? Are there any comments by the public? Seeing none, are there any comments by the commission? Seeing none, would you please vote on Ordinance 18-2023? The adoption of Ordinance 18-2023 has been approved, and please also note that Commissioner Morris is here at the meeting. Next item on our agenda is the adoption of Ordinance 19-2023. Madam Clerk, when you're ready.
This proposed development, Manchester Place, is planned to take place at the former Bronson Behavioral Health Facility, commonly referred to as the Fieldstone site, at 165 North Washington Avenue. The subject site consists of 8.81 acres According to the developer, the development will consist of 3 20-unit, 2-story walk-up apartment buildings that are non-age restricted. The Horizon Group, as developer, has put together a plan to develop and finance it through the use of a LIHTC through the Michigan State Housing and Development Authority. It will be financed using 9% LIHTC, conventional debt, and the pilot. A pilot is an integral piece of the developer's application to MISTA. It is needed to score well for a funding consideration. This resolution seeks the adoption of Ordinance 19-2023, amending Chapter 882, Real Estate Taxation, by adding Section 24, which will grant a payment in lieu of taxes, a pilot, to the housing development to be known as Manchester Place.
So moved.
Support.
So moved and supported to approve resolution adopting ordinance 19-2023. Are there any public comments at this time? Are there any public comments? Mary? No? Okay, thank you. Are there any commission comments? Seeing none, would you please vote on the adoption of resolution ordinance 19-2023? The adoption of ordinance 19-2023 has been approved. Next item on our agenda is general public comment. If you'd like to make general public comment regarding matters over which the City Commission has control, please raise your hand and wait for us to acknowledge you, and then come forward to the podium. You'll have 3 minutes to make your comment. Please state your name and address prior to beginning your comment. Are there any public comments at this time? Yes, Mary.
I promised myself I wouldn't start crying. Mary Bourgeois, 231 Springview Drive. I have been homeless, and I have been homeless this time of year. And I am just so grateful that you guys stood up and did the right thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. I appreciate it. God bless you. Are there any other public comments at this time? Seeing none, are there any commission comments? Seeing none, we'll adjourn the meeting. Thank you very much for attending.